Have you ever thought about walking the Bodhisattva path, but then felt completely unsure about how to take that very first step? Today, let's break down the teachings of a great master and see how they guide beginners through this walk. This guide will take us from the most fundamental mindset all the way to concrete practice methods, letting you see the entire blueprint clearly at once. Alright, everything begins with this statement. The master said this is the foundation of the entire Bodhisattva path. Any method you learn later, any wisdom you cultivate, these all built upon this realization, which sounds simple but is actually incredibly profound. You could say that grasping this point is like holding the master switch for all of cultivation. Okay, next, let's follow the master's train of thought through these 5 key steps. First is the foundation, the fundamental basis. Then comes the actual practice method. Next is adjusting our inner mindset. Following that is the wisdom used in daily life. Finally, we'll see what the true nature of this path actually is. Part 1. The foundation. All phenomena arise from mind. This is like learning martial arts. Right, no matter how fancy your moves are, if you don't have deep internal energy Nigong, it is all useless. This all phenomena arise from mind is the internal energy of the Bodhisattva path, the basis for all actions. If you don't grasp this, everything you practice afterwards might go astray. So, what exactly does this core principle mean? It's very direct. All the phenomena you experience, everything in your life, comes entirely from your own mind. Think about it. The reason we suffer and cling is because we take the external things too seriously. Right, understanding this isn't about becoming a philosopher. It's to solve a very practical problem. Do you want to keep being dragged around by external people, things, and events? Or do you want to take back control and achieve true non-attachment? See, the master points out a crucial fork in the road here. The road on the left is the default mode for ordinary beings, treating this constantly changing external world as the only reality, and thus endlessly cycling through birth and death within it. The road on the right is the choice of the awakened, recognizing that the unchanging nature of mind is the true home. The so-called Bodhisattva path is actually just making the firm decision. Hey, starting today, I'm taking the road on the right? Okay, hearing this, a big question mark must be popping up in your mind. Right, wait a minute. If all of this is truly created by my mind, then why do I still feel fear? I'm afraid of not having money, getting sick, or being alone. These feelings of dread are so real. Where do they come from? The master's answer is truly spot on. A truly pure mind has no fear. Sure, we can check ourselves in reverse. As long as you feel fear in your heart, even just worrying about being homeless and having a hard time, it means we haven't truly penetrated the principle of all phenomena arise from mind. This fear is like an alarm clock in your mind, beeping to remind you, hey, you still have things you can't let go of. Alright, we have a general idea of the internal energy. Now, how do we practice the specific moves? What exactly should we be doing? This brings us to part 2, actual practice. Let's see what a first stage Bodhisattva does to start training. The master says a first stage Bodhisattva's curriculum mainly has 2 items. The first and most important is called establishing the 10 dedications. This sounds a bit technical, but simply put, it means you must establish 10 grand vows and dedicate all the merit from your cultivation entirely towards these goals. This is like accumulating energy to build up the qualities possessed by a Buddha. And at the same time, you must practice giving, which means constantly giving and letting go. You can practically treat this as the engine and navigation system for all of cultivation. The driving force behind all the perfect achievements of the Buddhas is the engine of the Great Vow, and what guides all Bodhisattvas on their path forward, ensuring they don't stray. It's the navigation system of dedication. So you see, making vows isn't just shouting slogans. It's the key to whether your journey can even start. The master uses a wonderful analogy here. Making vows in practice is like a farmer planting seeds in their own field. In fact, all the good and bad experiences in our current lives are the fruits of seeds we planted in the past. Right, so every vow made and every dedication offered is you planting the seed for future Buddhahood. Alright, the field is ready, and the seeds are there. But there's still a very important question. Is your field big enough? Can your mind hold such a grand vision? This leads to part 3, mindset. You can have the methods, But if your mind isn't big enough, you can't contain it. So, what is a great mind? The master says this doesn't mean your physical heart is larger. It refers to your scope. Is your wish only for your own good, or is it for the good of all sentient beings? This great mind is the latter, a resolve that is both vast and absolutely unshakable, made for the benefit of all life. Now, here's a question. Doesn't making a great wish imply that my own true nature is inherently vast? Are these two greats the same thing? This is easy to confuse, isn't it? The master once said no. Our true nature transcends size. It has no dimensions. The greatness spoken of here refers purely to the scale of your wish. Furthermore, the master emphasizes that once this vow is made, it must be fixed and unchangeable. Like your name, you can't just vow to liberate beings when you're in a good mood today, and then think, forget it, I'll just take care of myself. After being scolded by your boss tomorrow, a mind that swings back and forth like that cannot hold the wisdom of the Dharma. With the right mindset and the methods in place, we move on to the real-world application part 4, wisdom, which is also known as skillful means. In those complex interpersonal relationships, what is the right thing to do? Let's consider a very common situation. You see your colleague, family member, or friend doing something wrong. As a practitioner, you think, I should compassionately correct them. Right, but should you really do that? The master's answer is brilliant. He simply says, think of the sweeping monk, the one in Jin Young's novels, who had the highest martial arts skill in the world yet spent his days just sweeping the floor, never concerning himself with who was right or wrong in the martial world. Why? Because his job was to sweep the floor clean, not to be a judge. This doesn't mean he was indifferent. This is the highest form of wisdom. So, what is the wisdom of this sweeping monk? It means before you open your mouth, you must first assess the situation. What is the other person's foundation? Can they understand you? Do they want to listen right now? Is the timing right? Will speaking actually harm them? The most crucial point is that you must protect the other person, preventing them from getting angry or reacting negatively to your words, and thereby creating heavier negative karma. Sometimes, letting them make a small mistake is truly better than you, in your self-perceived wisdom, forcing them to create a major one. The master uses another analogy. True wisdom means mastering the universal gate of the Bodhisattva. This means you can enter every door, just like a top scientist. If you talk to them about physics, they can enter the door of physics. If you talk to them about chemistry, they can enter the door of chemistry. But if you know nothing about physics, you can't even find the door to the physics department. Right, the Buddha Dharma is the same. You must work hard to master to be able to apply it skillfully in all situations. After talking about so much from the internal energy to practice, mindset, and wisdom, we've come full circle back to the initial analogy of sowing seeds. What is the nature of this entire journey? And what kind of future does it promise us?